Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Jay's Beer Review. Kind of a special review today. I'm in Columbus, Ohio, visiting some family for the holidays, and we are at the Columbus Brewing Company. What I'm doing right now is I have what they call Tasting the Flight, and this is their very own handcrafted beers, and I'm going to be trying each one of the beers that they currently have on tap, which is 5 right now. And then maybe a little bit later I'm going to have a little interview with the Brewmaster / owner, Eric Bean, and talk a little bit about his brewery. But before we did that, I wanted to go ahead and sample some of these beers, try them out, see what I think of them. It looks like what we have here is they have 6 beers plus 2 rotating seasonals, but they're out of one of the regulars and out of the seasonals. So today I'm going to be trying an apricot ale, a pale ale, a Scottish ale, an oatmeal stout, and an IPA. And I'm going to talk about each little one and give a little description of each one. The first one here is an apricot ale. I would probably say this is probably close to like maybe Magic Hat if it's an apricot pale ale. But let's talk about it. We have a slightly pinkish to orange beer mixed in with, like, you know, your traditional yellow or golden colors. There's no head on it, and it is got some transparency and a low carbonation. You do smell the apricot in it, and I don't get any grainy texture, which is real nice. I mean, it reminds me of the Magic Hat number 9, except for it doesn't have that disgusting grainy taste that the Magic Hat does. A little bit crisp, probably a real easy drinking beer for like you easy beer drinkers. Next, we're moving on to the pale ale. Again, we have a similar looking beer, a little bit more orange than the first one. Again, low carbonation, very transparent, no head. Oh, this one you get like a nice hop aroma to it. Smells clean. It kind of reminds me of like an IPA with a little mixture of lime taste mixed in with it. Pretty cool. I like this one. I like this one better than the first. Next, moving on, we have a Scottish ale. And I'm generally not a big fan of Scottish ale, so I don't know how I'll like this one, but we'll give it a try. Again, as we go along the way, we get darker in color. This one's even more orange than the last two. We're starting to get a little haziness in this beer, and again, the carbonation is low. I don't get any smell in this one. Yeah, I don't get nothing. I thought I was going to maybe smell some butterscotch or toffee, and I'm not smelling anything. But let's see what we get in the taste. There's a little bit of like butterscotch in the flavor. A little weak than what I expected. Scottish ales are usually a little bit more heavier of a beer. This is pretty light. This is like a Scottish ale that anybody can drink. I would like my Scottish ale a little stronger than this. What I do like about it, though, is it doesn't have any bad taste of like dirty beer or grainy texture to it. So far everything that I'm getting, I'm at least getting a nice crisp, clean taste, which is nice. All right, now we have an IPA. Again, we have this one's probably more yellow than all of them. A little bit of a haze to it, and again, low carbonation. Give it a smell. It smells like catnip. Sometimes IPAs do smell like catnip, but that's because of the hop present that's in it. It's usually got fresh hop that creates that aroma. Whoa, you definitely get hit with the hops in this one. It almost tastes like the pellets themselves. When I was at the Southern Tier Brewery, I actually tried one of the hop pellets, and this tastes very much like that. Big hop bite, real crisp, real dry. I actually like the pale ale better than I like this, which is surprising. And we're going to finish off with the oatmeal stout, which again, like I said, this is not on the list. This is a new beer that replaced the porter. We have a real dark beer. You can't see through this one at all. It looks a little thin for a stout, but it's got a nice presence of like a slatish red tint around the rim of the beer, which usually indicates to me that it's got a little bit more alcohol than the average stout would have. Let's give it a smell. Oh yeah, you can definitely tell the chocolate and the coffee notes in this one. And you can even smell like that oatmeal type quality, that grain texture that you get. I wonder what it tastes like. I'm hoping it's nice and chewy. Ooh, that one's good. Smooth, clean, goes down easy. Ooh, I'm gonna have a tough time picking between this one or the pale ale. And like I said, again, like I don't get any dirty taste, which means, you know, they probably did a real good job of making sure the quality of this beer was up there. Anyway, that's the flight of the current 5 beers they have. I'm going to go through them, try to figure out which one I like. I think I'm going to go in between the pale and the stout. And then later, like I said, hopefully do an interview with Eric. Well, hello everybody. I'm back and I'm here with Eric Bean, master brewer and owner of Columbus Brewing Company.
Yes.
Is that fair to say?
Well, I don't know if it's fair to say, but those are the titles.
Those are the titles? First, I want to say thank you for giving me a few moments of your time. I know you're real busy and I appreciate it. And I know my fans will appreciate it, so thank you very much.
It's no problem.
I do have a few questions for you that I wrote down. And I'm from Albany, New York, and we came out to visit family, and they all know I'm big into beer. They recommended your brewery, so that's why I'm here.
Well, glad to hear that.
So I didn't know much about you guys, so obviously as soon as I heard I was coming here, I did some research, I was looking at your beers and stuff like that, and I just got done sampling the 5 or 6 that you had, and I have to say I like the pale ale, and I noticed that's an award winner. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Excellent. First one is, how long have you been in operation for?
The brewery was founded in 1988, and I took over 5 years ago as Brewmaster, and then in a week I'll be the owner.
How much beer are you producing per year right now?
This year we're going to do just a little over 3,000 barrels. Next year we're anticipating somewhere around 6,000, so we're getting ready for a huge growth spurt.
Double, wow. On the phone, and you mentioned that you brew some beers and you bottle them as well. How many do you currently bottle?
Our year-round production is bottled of IPA, Pale Ale, and Scottish Ale. Then we bottle 2 of our seasonals, Summer Teeth, which won a bronze medal at the Great American Beer Festival last year, and then our Winter Warmer also.
How many beers do you currently brew?
We're going to brew I think it's 21 beers this year total. Wow. 12 of those were one-off. Once a month, we did 12 beers, 1 each month this year, and then a couple other just fun beers spread out over the year.
Oh, cool. So you did like a monthly special and then plus your regular ones?
Yes.
How far do you distribute your beer right now?
99% of it is sold within Greater Columbus.
Oh wow. So a pretty small area.
Very, very small area. We do a little distribution outside, and that's what we're looking at in our big growth phase. We know we can grow probably 30–40% next year in Columbus, and then we're going to grow the rest of it in some new markets.
Cool. And I imagine you're going to use the 3-tier system to help you grow, right?
Oh yeah, it's we're not going to be buying any trucks.
What is your best seller?
It's a real toss-up between the Pale Ale and the IPA. It's they're running neck to neck 1 month. One beats the other, but they're pretty much head to head right now.
That makes sense to me because I like the Pale Ale. What's your personal favorite and why?
Well, you know, I mean, they're all kind of my children, I guess, but I'm a hoppy guy, so you know, generally in our fridge, find IPA and then growlers of whatever draft seasonal we're doing.
I'm an IPA fan. I also like darks. I'm always like, what mood am I in for? Anything new coming down the pike?
Well, we're getting ready to complete we're putting together our 2011 Hop Odyssey, which is 12 new beers. Well, 6 of them are new, 6 of them are from last year, that we're going to do each month, release them on the first Thursday of the month. And then we're also just have produced an oatmeal stout that we're going to play with for the next couple months. And next fall, release it as a bottle product.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I just had the oatmeal stout as well, and I was tossed up between the Pale Ale and the oatmeal stout, so I think you got something good on your hands there.
Yeah, I'm excited. I keep saying we're going to tweak it, but I have no idea what I want to do different because I'm so happy with it.
You're happy with the results? Yeah, and like the big thing for me is I noticed like all the beers taste clean and crisp, and that's important. So what are your long and short-term goals with the brewery?
Well, I mean, our short term is kind of end our dilemma of out of stocks, which I think that's probably every small brewery's problem. But we've got new tanks coming in January, and we're hoping that we're going to be able to slowly kind of play catch up and get back in stock. Long term is to build a new brewery. We're starting to get tight on space here, and probably in the next 2 years we'd like to build a new facility that is built specifically for our brewery, and not just kind of jammed in a warehouse.
I got a couple personal questions for you. If I was to go in your fridge right now, what would I find?
Oh, a scary mess. You know, I just had some friends over there like, don't you have anything under 10% ABV? And the problem is I drink everything that's lower, and I've got this hodgepodge. I've got Bigfoot's going back to 2003.
Oh, nice.
I found in the back the other day some 2006 Celebration Ale that just had disappeared. Not that I was trying to sell her or anything. several Belgians, and then I think the most exciting beer I just got from New Glarus. I got their apple ale, which is just phenomenal. I don't know, it's just, I can't figure it out.
Yeah.
It's like drinking apple cider, but it's a beer.
It's a beer.
Yeah.
Other than Columbus Brewery, obviously, it's your own brewery, what is your personal favorite beer outside your own?
You know, I always expect this question. I never know the answer. I mean, I think it's a huge plethora of, I think really what it comes down to, I was trained by a German Brewmaster.
Yeah.
And the guys I love in this country, the guys who are all lager brewers, who are making ales, they're the cleanest, freshest ales in the country.
Yeah.
They're balanced, they're not overwhelmed by too much hops or too much malt.
Yep.
And so I think that's my quick answer without having to name another brewery. Yeah, it's about those guys and making, you know, I mean, we can go through the list, but everybody can go do their homework and figure out who those guys are.
Yeah, yeah. One question I didn't even have on my list here. Who comes up with your guys' recipes?
I designed all the recipes. The pale ale kind of I inherited, and, you know, we keep changing. We've had to do a lot of work the last couple of years to maintain it with hop crisis and shortages.
Yeah, last year, right?
Yeah, well, the last couple. We've got a blend down now. We're happy, and so if we lose one hop, we can balance that beer out. All the other recipes I've developed, and we just kind of keep tweaking over time.
Very cool. I'm a home brewer. I suck, but I try, and I ran into a hop problem. I couldn't get hops anywhere, so.
But we were fortunate to get them. We just paid a lot for them.
Yeah, yeah. One last question. I noticed this area when we drove into Columbus, they call this the Brew District. Now, I did not know that. So when I came in, I'm like, whoa, the Brew District, it seems like 7 or 8 different breweries in the area, but we were recommended to come here. Why do you think that is?
Well, you know, I don't know. I think we work hard. We try and maintain quality, and I think we've developed an excitement. Doing some of the newer beers that we've done, it's kind of helped us. Not that we're making better beer necessarily than the other guys,
sure,
but we're creating a little bit more excitement, and we're doing great beers, so that doesn't hurt it.
Well, when I came into the store, the guys all said that 3 or 4 different guys when I walked in, just regular customers, said, you came to the right place. So I think I did. I tried 5 or 6. None of them were bad, and they all had a crisp, clean taste, which I like. So that tells me you're on your way in the right direction. So
thank you.
Well, I want to thank you for your time. I hope you like this interview. I know my fans will like it. I know I liked it. And just thanks for giving me a few moments of your time. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Anytime. Until next time, thanks for watching. But yeah, let me. It's gonna take a little while.
This is the kettle.
Yeah.